So the Mind series has now become a Mind Fup series. Of course, a four-letter word that starts with F and ends with K. It's been that kind of a series where Arsenal have not even won a single game, of course. So two games, both of them lost. The London and the North London derby is lost, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty much clear Arsenal have a very bad squad, even what they inherited last season. So the start would not be as promising as you'd want it to be, but the hopes are not lost because we still have 23 days of the transfer window. Will that change Arsenal's prospect in the upcoming months? Because of course the game starts within the next 5 days. We got a first game of the Premier League against Brentford, of course. So when that begins, of course, Arsenal face Chelsea as well, and then there's Man City, if I remember. Not easy games at all. So this month Arsenal could be on a losing spree in the transfer window. Sorry, in the Premier League table. But if they lose 3 games, it's really bad. Great positives from today. Ben White, very nice. Leno gave me a little bit of heart attacks at moments, very slight moments. Saved our asses again. Best part, again, Arsenal's right hand side is really open. Like that's the only side that Brentford are going to attack and kill us. I know that, if they can. The second part is that Albert Sambi Lokonga, my God, he really ups the tempo when we attack. It's really good. I found him really good. I've said this way often last season, and I'm going to say it right now. Aubameyang on the left hand side, bad idea. Lacazette and Aubameyang playing central cannot head the ball. So Arsenal need a striker who's complete striker who can head the ball, use his head to touch that ball, damn it. Not even Lacazette can jump properly. His timing is so off. Probably one of the best things that he could have done to be a striker is actually, Giroud does not have pace but has good striking ability and his positioning sense. Can't believe I really have to slander Lacazette by really praising Giroud, but that's the truth. Moving on, Arsenal who are actually pushing hard for Tammy Abraham face strong competition from Atalanta, according to Di Marzio. But here's a funny story, because Roma are now set to join Arsenal and Atalanta in the race to sign Tammy Abraham. Mourinho wants a strong physical and technical striker. Ishak is also another option. These guys can pay for Alexander Ishak, but for Granit Xhaka, they don't have 20 million. Speaks volumes that they were just playing with us, yeah? Also, Charles Watts tweets out after the game today. He says Arsenal end preseason with defeats against Chelsea and Tottenham. They were good in the first half, average in the second. Same old story in the final third. No surprise really, considering it's the same attacking players out there. They need something more quickly. And João Castelo Branco, who is the ESPN Brazil correspondent in the UK, says that Willian trained this morning and is not injured as far as I know. But he was not in the squad for the game today. Not in the club's plans for the season or leaving. Let's see what Arteta will say post-match. Moving on, so here's a big update from Fabrizio Romano and of course from other sources about Lautaro Martinez, because Fabrizio tweeted out that Lautaro Martinez's agent Alejandro Camano says Lautaro is happy at Inter and in Italy. His decision is to stay. He told, Cesar Luis Merlo, Tottenham made a bid for Lautaro days ago. Inter want to keep him. Now, Tottenham opened talks days ago for Lautaro Martinez, offering 70 million euros. Also, Atletico Madrid asked for Lautaro. He's a real target for Spurs. Inter now say they have no intention to sell him this summer. After selling Lukaku to Chelsea, Inter plan is to keep Lautaro Martinez. What is the truth? You'll come to know, because Di Marzio says Inter do not want Lautaro Martinez to leave despite the interest of a lot of clubs. The offers reached around 70 million euros, 20 less than what Inter are requesting now. Inter say he will stay. So Inter right now, when they know that either one of them or Lukaku would have left, Lukaku is leaving, so they would want to keep Lautaro, and this has actually made sure a lot of clubs are actually going into a bidding war for Inter Milan striker. It looks like Inter have raised that price tag to 90 million euros, and that is the new price tag of Lautaro Martinez. Now, I don't think Spurs will go to that length unless they're sure that Harry Kane is leaving. So we got to wait and see what Tottenham are doing. But if you want the player, just get the player, man. Why waste time? Why waste anyone's time? Moving on, so this was a class message which we saw at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium from the fans. They say North London stands with Bukayo and all players against racism and discrimination. This is supreme. Class, unbelievable. Coming from Tottenham, this is class. I don't want to mock them before the great gesture, but couldn't help it. But okay, whatever. Moving on, so it looks like Lautaro, according to Dean Jones, says has a big offer in personal terms on the table from Arsenal, but the club are yet to present an offer to Inter Milan for the player. This is the only one who's actually saying something about that. And Gary Jacob, now another funny story that I'm definitely going to tell you about. So Gary Jacob, who's a sports reporter, says Tottenham have agreed a fee for Lautaro Martinez worth in excess of £60 million, beating off interest from Arsenal. There are assumed to be add-ons in the fee for Martinez, as Inter have valued the Argentinian forward at around £76.8 million. So according to him, one of the English media reporter says that Lautaro to Spurs is done. Relax, stop reacting and overreacting. So Lucas Navarrete says Bale has started Odegaard on the bench today, even though Toni Kroos and Fede Valverde are not in the squad list. Odegaard does not get any playing time. Now, he's a very good talent. He's not getting any chances. That's so weird. Weird as hell. So this is the, Alessandro Camano. That's the exclusive. So Lautaro is happy at Inter fans. The real meaning what Lautaro Martinez's agent said this. He says it means, as I always told you, Lautaro is happy at Inter fans can remain calm. Not for long. Not for long. Okay. Moving on. So if, of course, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, as I already mentioned, Inter are targeting Duvan Zapata and Edin Dzeko. So it looks like, update from Gianluca Di Marzio, Dzeko to Inter Milan, 2-year contract that is okay for Edin Dzeko, and the clubs had first direct contact yesterday. Roma is now working to find a replacement for a striker. Lacazette would be a very good option. Why not? Apart from the fact that he cannot hit the ball, but okay, whatever. Who cares? I don't know anymore. Well, that is the update, and so Arteta on signing a backup goalkeeper. He says after the game today, I don't know what will happen. We train with the players we have that are available. We try to improve the team with players. The window is still open. With Rob Holding, he wasn't fit enough to play, and with Joe, we will explain the reasons when we can. When I can say more, I will let you know. It clearly means that Joe Willock is leaving. Joe Willock is leaving. I am 100% sure Joe Willock is leaving, and it's confirmed. It's done. Like, I don't even have, no, not a shadow of a doubt. He's leaving. Well, that was that. So even Lee Ryder tweets out that Newcastle United in talks for Joe Willock. Arsenal set price for loan with view to a permanent, also part of discussion. Arteta coy on Willock's absence. Club and Steve Bruce issued suggestion of cut-off point during the weekend. So Lee Ryder was asked, do you reckon it'll happen? So Lee replied, there's a serious conversation on the way, so we will see. So Newcastle are damn serious about Joe Willock. It's about time, isn't it? Chris Wheatley says Arteta on lack of options in the final third. Says what we have is what we have to maximize. Worrying about things we don't have at the moment is no point. Well, that is self-destruction mode right there. It's right there. I mean, he definitely has asked for things, so he's not getting it. That's the problem. And that's what will remain the problem. Okay. So that is the update from Mikel Arteta. Nothing more to add as we speak. And Roy Keane on Maddison to Arsenal links. He has to react, doesn't he? He says, Arsenal are a huge club, but at this moment in time, I don't think it's a step up for him to leave Leicester where they are. They go to Arsenal, probably backwards at this moment in time. I'd say the same for Varane, but okay. Very well. Moving on, so talks between, as already mentioned, that Conrad Harrison updated us about Joe Willock. The talks broke down because of the payment structures. He now retweeted that with another caption that soon it will happen. So Willock to Newcastle is going to happen soon. He also believes that, as stated 2 days ago, so the price tag is he also has confirmed about something about Lautaro. He says Tottenham have not agreed a fee with Inter. Like I said previously, around 65 million pounds was the price. However, like I stated now, Lukaku has gone. Inter will try to get more for Martinez as they can now play the card of we don't need the funds, so Arsenal are not playing that game. Spurs have bid the quoted price. This hasn't been accepted, and Inter now want more. Unsure Spurs will sign him unless 100% sure Kane is leaving. Also, Arsenal seeking Abraham deal as it stands. So unbelievable. Tammy Abraham is what Arsenal are looking at the moment. So that is that. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing.